Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Liz, with Sneak Peeks Tarot. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, hit the subscribe alarm and like so you get my latest videos. As always, follow your own intuition in any situation. And if this reading does not resonate with you, it is a general reading. But if it does not resonate with you, check out your moon or rising signs, all right, guys? This reading here is for my Pisces mid-month readings for 2018 for Pisces, okay? I'm taking 3 cards out for the mid-months and an outcome card for the end or a clarifier, okay? So, for my Pisces. Oh, okay. Yep. Pisces. The first card I did get for Pisces is the Devil card, which is also the Sagittarius card. But it talks about temptations. All right, Pisces. Being tempted or just overindulging in things that are just not as good for you as they should be. But for the overall part about this, it does talk about being addicted, tempted, infatuation. You know, things that aren't really meant for a higher good because there's, how you say, there's no solidness to it. Because with the Devil card, it talks about being tempted or being infatuated with something or having a bad addiction. Like you could have a drug addiction, a sex addiction, an alcohol addiction, a gambling addiction. So this talks about a lot of different aspects, all right? For my Pisces, you know, I really want y'all to look inside yourselves and find out what really influencing you right now. Are you tempted by something? Do you have a bad addiction? Are you infatuated with something? You know, it could be a person or a thing also, even a program, you know. But it's about looking at your demons and actually facing your demons right now. I'm not going to say demons in a bad way, but, you know, it's like a terminology. It just talks about facing the things that are tempting to you or addicting to you or you're infatuated. You know, it's not real love. It's not, because this talks about it can be not, you know, somebody just, you know, being infatuated, okay? So just, let's see what else we got here for my Pisces before I assume anything in this reading. But you got the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords talks about making decisions. And it also talks about carrying that Libra energy, you know, balancing things out, the good, the bad, look at both sides, you know, of everything, you know, looking at the yin-yang of things. You know, it's kind of what Libra does. They balance things out in their life. They make sure everything's balanced, the good and the bad, the ugly and the pretty, you know, the up and the down. They make sure everything's balanced where they stay balanced. And with the Two of Swords, talks about not seeing things clearly and making decisions without getting the whole entire picture, you know? So you don't want to make no decisions clearly. Now, this talks about making a decision, but when you get the Two of Swords, it kind of tells you to stay at a standstill, to like, you know, kind of mediating in between two things, but not to do nothing just yet because it's blind, okay? The reason is the choices, you're not seeing both sides of the story clearly, and that's why it's telling you not to make a decision now because you're not seeing things clearly. All right. And then the third card we got is, it can be a message. It can be about love. It can just be a child. Okay. It can also be about following your intuition. You know, you could be dealing with fire and water. Okay. Let me put this in the middle so you can see where each side of these swords. This sword goes for the Page of Cups and this sword goes for the Devil. Now, a couple scenarios here for you, my Pisces. First and foremost, if you are making a decision between real love and somebody you're just tempted or you're infatuated or, you know, you just find somebody attractive, you know, like very attractive and you're tempted, you know what I mean? Like your decisions between these two. Love, you know, maybe not a mature love, or, you know, being infatuated, or knowing if it's love or you're just tempted or you're infatuated by somebody, or, you know, that's kind of the two decisions I see here. Is like, With the page, it can be somebody bringing you a message, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's telling you to follow your intuition. It's telling you to really follow your heart, intuition, into seeing clarity and truth. But with the devil card, it talks about being addicted to something or being tempted by something. And, you know, for some of you, you can be dealing with whether or not you're dealing with something that's good for you. I mean, you're making a decision between two things, you know? So, you know, it could be something that it's not good for you and something that you know is good for you, okay? It could be an addiction, infatuation, temptation, you know, whatever this devil card holds for you, Pisces. And it's different for every Pisces out here. Like, I read for millions of people, like, you know, not all of you are addicted to alcohol. Not all of you are addicted to sex. Not all of you are addicted to drugs. Not all of you are addicted, just infatuated by people and things. You know what I mean? But this just talks about easily being, you know, becoming very submissive when this thing is in front of you too. Like, easily being, how you say? I can't even explain it. It's like somebody that tempts all parts of your life. With the devil card, it talks about being tempted in all parts of your life, you know, emotionally, mentally, financially. This can be a lot of different things. You can be a bad gambler, you know what I mean? But in other words, is you need to really follow your intuition, and you need to, like, see what you're not seeing clearly here. Making this, don't make no decision, but in order to make decision, this is why you're weighing out, okay? You're weighing out temptation, addiction. This can be two people. We can be talking about the devil card is the major arcana card for Capricorn, okay? And then you got the Page of Cups, which can talk about Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But with the Page of Cups, usually this picture has a fish in it. So I will draw more into a Pisces setting, if anything, okay? And that's you, okay, Pisces? This is you. This is you being addicted, making decisions away from your addictions probably too. For some of you, Pisces, you know, you really need to follow your heart. That green is your green chakra, is your heart chakra, okay, guys? And that blue is making sure you're listening to that intuitive part of you, the third eye, okay? So, you know, you really want to, like, follow your intuition, all right, Pisces, when it comes to your next step, especially if it has to do with love, all right? Whether or not you know if this is going to be real love or a temptation in love, or whether or not this devil here, whatever it is that's tempting you, that every time you see this, it's like, okay, let me give you a good example so you can understand, okay, Pisces? With the devil card, it's like having a little kid in the candy store, and you're telling him he cannot have candy, okay? And you're tempted to you know, that little kid is gonna grab a piece of candy because he's so tempted. He's around all the candy, okay? That's the same kind of energy this devil card's coming in with. It's like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing something or talking to something, or, you know, whether it is doing drugs, drinking, you know, whatever the devil is, you know you're not supposed to, but you're doing it because you're so tempted. And you have to make a decision to follow your heart and not get tempted by things that aren't true to you or real for you, okay? You got to make sure you got to fight those demons. You got to really, you know, this for some of you, this can be somebody addicted to sex too, you know, addicted to drinking, addicted to gambling, addicted to gossiping. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, these addictions are the things that are keeping you back from seeing things clearly, and you need to, like, release the addictions in order to see clearly, in order to follow your heart and intuition, okay? So it doesn't matter what aspect of your life this is. It really does tell you in anything. I'll break it down for you. If you're working, whatever is tempting you at work, you know, no money laundering, and no stealing from work, stuff like that, or having drinking while you're working, or smoking while you're working, or, you know, not sleeping while you're working, you know. For some of y'all, you know, some people will be so tired, you know, from working so much that they close themselves off in the office and they go to sleep, you know. But these are temptations and things that you shouldn't be doing and dabbling in, because they're affecting you. They're affecting decision making, okay? They're affecting the decisions you're making in your future right now. And you need to be clear-headed and, you know, following your heart and following your intuition, you know. Like I said, the green is for your heart. That indigo blue right there you see there, that blue, is your third eye. It's, you know, it's to follow that third eye. It's telling you, like, you really need to follow your intuition. You really need to, like, let go of whatever temptations, addictions, infatuations you have, in order to see things clearly, to make the proper decision for yourself, all right? In order for you to follow your heart the correct way, all right? So I'm going to take a card out so that you can take with you for the last 2 weeks of March, all right, Pisces? But you, being a Pisces, you're intuitive anyways. It's like the card came out. Like the Page of Cups is like you making decisions between the things you create, your things you're tempted by, and following your heart, and the things that are good, that serves you right. So my personal intuitive feeling is to tell you to please follow your heart. And if you know something, it's tempting, or you're addicted or infatuated, whatever that is, release it in order for you just to see things clearly, to make the best decision. And if the best decision brings that back and along the line, then so be it. But right now it's telling you, in order to make the best decisions and a clear decision in your life, you gotta release these temptations and these, addictions and doubts and stuff like that could be affecting your choice making here, okay? Your problem solving, your, making sure you're making the right decisions for yourself, the higher good. So that's why I take on that energy of a Libra, balance out the good and the bad in your life, the things that are good and the things that are bad, and make sure you're following your true self, okay, guys? All right, Pisces. One card for Pisces so they can take with them for the rest of the last 2 weeks of March of 2018. This is for my Pisces. One card. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, and the card you got is New Beginnings, okay? So once you start seeing things clearly and releasing all the negative stuff in your life, like really follow your heart. Let go of these temptations and addictions that no longer serve you. It talks about new beginning, and Archangel Jeremiah tells you, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Like I said, if you find yourself dwelling on things that really don't serve you and are negative to your life, you need to release them. Focus on what really brings you what you need in your life now. Like, let go of the things in the past that was hurting you, putting that paining you, or the temptation, because all that can be hurtful too. But releasing the temptation, releasing the addiction, and learning how to do that. It's part of new beginnings, is learning how to forgiving yourself and having compassion to the things you've been through in the past. And if it didn't work out one way, trying something new, okay? When it comes to the new beginning card, it talks about focusing on the new, forgiving yourself for the things that didn't work out right in the past and trying something new in the future. So, it's like forgiving yourself for all these bad temptations, addictions, and stuff that you dealt with in the past, and, see things clearly now, and, balance out that these stuff were no good for you, and really following your heart and intuition to something that is going to better serve you in your life, okay? So that's all I got for you, Pisces. Follow your intuition so you can see clearly. You got to let go of these addictions, bad habits, whatever it is, like the devil. Like I gave you all the different things the devil can talk about. It can be about addictions, temptations, infatuations, bad habits, stuff like that really don't serve you, and you need to learn how to release them and let them go. Like, use that Archangel Jeremiah card right here. That energy talks about looking into this stuff, okay? Looking into the devil. Facing your demons and going over the things that serve you and don't serve you, and letting go of those things that no longer serve you, so you can make a clear decision about how to follow your heart and your intuition for your future and things that better serve you as a person, all right? So that's all I got for you, my Pisces. Good luck for the rest of the month of March. As always, I love and respect who you are. Namaste. Bye.